Check, check. Check, check. Hi, how are you? I'm just double checking that I'm live. Check, check. And the sound is there and everything is all set. Hi, how are you? Good. How's the sound? Just double checking that I'm live. And the sound is there and everything is all set. Amazing. Sound is there and it's loud across all different devices. If you can simply drop me a chat message live on YouTube chat, that will be super helpful. And yeah, at any point of time, if you cannot hear or the sound is low, let me know. Okay? Hi, welcome. My name is Ashwini, and I'm delighted to be here to draw with you in this weekly ritual of drawing, the classical drawing atelier live on YouTube. It's free for all. My vision is to make the classical art training available and accessible to all. Just like when I was transitioning from being an engineer to an artist and seeking these masterful techniques, these techniques that have been passed down from the traditions of the old masters. So I was seeking them, and this is my sincere and humble attempt to make these available to you. Anything and everything I've learned, I have known, and have discovered along the way, I will be sharing with you. So today, we will continue working with the Bargue drawing. This is the first plate, and everything is available. The reference materials and the material list and everything is available. I'm just picking my pencil. This is my awesome pencil. It's nice and sharp. I'll be using this. This is an HB pencil. So in the last week's live stream, we did the first eye. Let me show you. I mean, you can see it on the other camera. When I move things, things move. So, okay, this is the one we did in the previous live stream last week. And we will continue on the second Bargue eye drawing. This video is available to watch, review, work with me. I also run a fun Discord channel, so please join me there. It's free. You can simply join the Discord. I think link is in the description. And post your artwork there. Anything that you've done from these live streams with me, and anything that you've not done from these live streams, that you've done from from life or from photographs or any artwork that you're working on. I would love to see it, and I'd love to offer a little feedback. There's a beautiful artist community forming on Discord, so please join. Let's begin. There we go. So this is a very traditional way of training the eye to see with the Bargue drawings, and yes, that was the first one. Let me show you. So after I did the first one live, I spent say about 30 to 45 minutes doing this live. I came back and followed the same process that I've done on the live, that using this eraser I cleaned up the lines, and I just deepened the lines a little bit. Okay, so you'll see me do that process on the second eye. The reason I'm going in this in this direction of vertically drawing all these vertical line and not horizontal line is my drawing remains nice and clean as the next eye comes in. So more on that later. I'll just start now drawing, blocking in. The first stage in the classical drawing is blocking in. Very architectural. Again, you're welcome to review the first of the series, the first video of the series. Let me check the chat for you. One quick second, checking the chat. Thanks for the feedback that you can hear me well. Yay! Okay, so let's begin blocking in. You might see on this actual printout of the Bargue drawing, there is already a vertical line and a horizontal line. And as we discussed the last time, I believe it will be, I keep emphasizing last time, but I believe it will be super helpful for you if you could, review those. So some of the principles are discussed in the previous lesson too. Horizontal line and the vertical line. There are 4 quadrants: the top left, the bottom right, the top right, and the bottom left quadrants. So this is essentially organizing the information. You may see this as, oh, an eye. This is information organized as angles. So this quadrant, the left quadrant, as we discussed in the previous eye, also carries more information here. And the bottom right quadrant carries less information. So as I begin with that, I know there is this center point. And again, invitation that you can always go as organic, as natural, and not as architectural. But that's the foundation, that's the base that allows us to gain more clarity, more accuracy, more precision, and essentially we are training how to see. What I just did is marked the left and the right of this design and the top and the bottom of this design. So essentially then I would create an envelope of information right there. So that's something I would now translate on my drawing as well. So exactly the way here there was a vertical line, I have this vertical line and I have this horizontal line. Okay, so now that was the center point right there. I talked about how to hold the pencil in my previous live stream, so check it out. Essentially that's your tripod, as if you're writing something. So let me bring the rough page. Iterations helpful. This is the rough page from last time. So as if you're writing, this is your tripod hold. And then for more, let me show you on this camera. So for more ease, for more flow, for more rhythm, for more freedom, for more range, for more expression, you can hold your pencil. This is a pencil extender, so you can hold it at the back with your first 3 finger, and the thumb is across, holding it, wrapping around. This way there's more, all of that, what I just said, more of everything. Your entire shoulder is moving that way, not just the knuckles with the tripod hold. Also, tripod hold is fine for when you are going deeper and finer, so more like a dance here. Okay, so even when I'm holding tripod, it's at the very back. Awesome. Let's go back to the drawing and move this rough paper so you can see the. Okay, so I'll mark the top. Where is the top? So that was the center point. Somewhere here. I would recommend using some kind of H pencil. My pencil is HB. The reason I'm recommending the H pencil is that your lines are not as dark, they are more faint, more light, and the reason being is there is a process. So drawing involves a process, and that process is a part of that process is erasing. So when you erase those lines of the pencil, then they are not as dark and deep, and you are not creating a mess there. The reason I'm using an HB is as hard as black, and it's a combination of both hard and black. I'm using HB so that you can see on camera. That's all. A little wonky at my end here because my camera keeps moving as I move. Awesome. So let's continue. Now I have marked the top and the bottom and the side to side. Now I want to create an envelope. So what is the largest, longest line that's flowing? So this is that, that's the longest line that's flowing. So I'll just make that long line. These are all angled and parallel lines. Just check the angle here. This might go slightly up. So the reason I'm using long angled parallel lines is, I can move them. So for example, I made this angle, and that's where the clock analogy was helpful. Let me just bring it. That's where the clock analogy is super helpful. So if I made this line here and I felt like, oh, it needs a little tilt or it needs to be adjusted, I can just make that line like that with all these adjustments and clean up this line. Okay, so that's why more angular. I can go, oh, that's an eyebrow, and I can go like, oh, an eyebrow. This might not give me as accurate result as I'm seeking. So essentially what I'm perceiving, so this curve, I'm breaking it down into angles. That's all I'm doing. I'm envisioning the curve as a set of angled lines. So essentially it's that curve. So the reason behind not curving out things, I mean, of course you can. You can do anything. It's fun. So the technique-wise reason is that, that curve doesn't become like a generic curve of the eye. It's like a very specific, it has a specific design. So that's the specifics that we're capturing. But we are still going from general to specific, not everything all together. So I'll just clean up this line with my eraser. All these materials are in the description. Please check out. You can also click on the links to get the supply list. Okay, so as soon as I put that line, I go for something parallel in this universe, something parallel to this line. Find that somewhere here. You might ask, like, why? Why? Because, or perhaps more like this. See, there's a nice way that you can keep angling, and it's a process, as you can see me doing this right in front of you live, no filters. Okay, so forming that nice envelope. And again, classical drawing is like a slow cooking, no rush. We are not limited by this hour that we are here in live stream. It's a deeper inquiry there. So I find that line And there can be multiple ways that you can find this envelope. And it's very flowy, very breezy, nothing yet finalized, but at the same time, it's a journey. So, as much I'm committing to something, that something isn't yet concrete, is under construction. So that's the envelope I found there. I like it. Happy with that. So that's the envelope. So we mark the top and the bottom, side to side, and the envelope. Now within this envelope, let me first clean up. I need a tool which is not here, so I'll go find it in the studio. It's a little home studio that I can just find things. I'm not finding it. Okay. Someday. Sometime. Actually found it. Yay, success. Okay, I'm back. So this is a nice pencil eraser that can clean up that erased material. Awesome. Let's continue. Any camera shifts and adjustments. So this also helps you practice line quality, okay? Line quality. Now again, I'll keep going inside this block. You know, it's like a block. I'm now traversing inside this block. What is the line that is crossing across all different quadrants? So for example, this can be that line that's crossing 1 and 2. So I have to find some reference to begin with. This is also a nice reference that is crossing. Let's see. Oh wow, I found another connection. So see, I'm discovering things. This is another connection. You can also work from having this reference image on your iPad, or you can also work from having this reference image on as a printout, so you can draw on the printout anything that's you feel is supportive. So that is the angle, slightly off, almost. It's oddly satisfying to just watch these lines emerge on the paper with just the movement of the pencil. And again, going back to that analogy of what time is it? Where is the space on this? Let me clean this up. That's your clock. Okay, 12, 3, 6, and 9. So this line that I just drew, suppose that's what time is it on the clock? 1, 2, 4, 5, 7, 8. So this is about 1:35, between 1:35 and 1:40 a.m. or p.m., wherever you are in the world. So that's how I find my lines, okay? Moving this away. Okay, continue this exploration, discovery. Now I go for this line. Imagine this is just a triangle. You know what's happening here? It's a triangle. It's like inception, within. I find that line. Slightly here. So I check the angle right on this. Somewhere here. So check with your line quality, and it's a practice. Sometimes the lines can be excuse me, hesitant that, oh, is it true or not? So should I put it or not? So let me show you that hesitancy, how it looks on in real life when you're drawing. And it's okay to be hesitant, okay? I was too. I'm still practicing not to be. Practice. So a hesitant line. Oh, is it the correct angle? Oh no, is it not? Should I put it? Should I not? How is it? Maybe. That's the inner dialogue. So check in, how's your inner dialogue? Is it like hesitant, sketchy, or is it flowing like energy, like air, a breath of fresh air? So let your energy flow as naturally with whatever is present in your mind as the narrative. Okay, the next thing is I keep finding these lines. Construction. So cool. Oh wow, I just love these abstraction stages within whatever I have here. It's so beautiful. Ah, it's fun. Let's find that. Perhaps that can be another, like halfway here. So notice now my pencil is coming from top, like it's angled below the point is angled below. What else can I do here? I think this is a good stage to review, take a pause, take a breather, grab some water, continue drawing, refining, iterating, reiterating, and so on. Okay, I feel confident at this stage, and this is where I'll take my eraser here, the kneaded eraser, roll it within my hands, make it a beautiful, nice cylinder, and roll it on my drawing like that. So I have an image that is blurry. Everything is still there, the construction part, but yet it's softened out. So now I'll start getting more serious about this image. Measure the angles, perhaps not yet. I'll start. So now this line, I'm breaking it down into two curves. Yeah. And then it's leaning downwards like that. Not a full curve, like, it's just like a bow and arrow kind of an idea. Okay. Now that can continue. So here. Perhaps sometimes I might be just ahead of myself, and some decisions and choices I'm making are earlier in the stage, and that's okay. Now I find this line. Okay, let's find it. Keep discovering. Everything is there. You keep discovering, just like gravity. Gravity was there, it's been there. So the Earth's gravitational force specifically, because on the moon it's a different story. So the Earth's gravitational force, it's been there. Or if this is like the halfway point of almost here. Find this next line. Where do this connect? Not at halfway between. Just measuring. Just measuring. Does that line is like that? Yeah, feel free to ask any questions. I'll occasionally keep checking the chat. Let's see, going more specific now. Or specific. Still linear, it's not yet. What I mean to say is not yet. Any curves, they are not happening as of yet. Find this line. Let me see, that's here. Like almost here. And sometimes I'm just making a choice that is based on what I see. Let's see. Like a decision in the choice and decision in the ballpark area. And of course there is a... So even this line here is small. What I'm doing is finding an extension of that line. What if I extend that line? Where will it go? Where will it connect? How will it interact with the other elements in the picture? That's my inquiry. So although this line appears as tiny, as small, it carries it's like energy, it's extension. Okay, let's see if that will help me make some more choices. And yes, even if we cannot finish everything within this hour, I continue drawing on this for a while after the live stream has ended. If you want me to record all of that process, the live stream will go on and on and on. Finding that. Still designing, very, very abstract, not yet concrete. Not teeny tiny lines making the eye. Not looking at this eye as an eye, it's more like a set of lines, angles, shapes that those lines and angles are creating. Now what is this line doing here? Confusing me. Clean up what's no longer is serving me. So this is also a practice to let go, because I might be like, oh, this is such a beautiful line that I drew and I don't want to let it go now. It's okay, it's a drawing. Okay, what was that line that I was measuring? Oh yeah, found it. So not just this line, but see that line as extension, perhaps starting here at the top point where these two are meeting and then extends out like that. So that's what we are aiming for, extension. Although I may not draw that extension all the time, but it's there as a thought process. And when I say thought process, I'm not thinking about Is this line right or wrong? That's not the thought. The thought is, what is the angle? Is this line tilting down or it's tilting up? If it's tilting down, where I have that opportunity to make some corrections. That's the thought. Not necessarily, oh, right, wrong. So that's the response. I talked about it in the previous live stream. I hope you check it out. Invitation, please check it out. Leave some comments below so I know how they are landing for you. Or if you need any adjustments. Yeah, in the previous live stream there was some issue with the sound. The sound was audible on some devices, not on some. So yeah, let me know. That's helpful. If you left a comment, it's super helpful. And also, share your work. I would love to see how you're doing. What am I doing? This line. Oh, yay. So now suppose I'm doing this line. It's just not this line. It's like it extends out. And see, it interacts with this area of that intersection there. So I find that connection. That's how you create a design. This is essentially a design that is cohesive. It's not all over the place, like, oh, some lines are going this way or that way. No idea what's happening. And yes, in the beginning, it's a possibility. And let it be, let it be. Because that's how you figure out, that's how you discover, you learn. There's no failure. Why would there be failure? You are a beautiful life with, your nervous system, your digestive system, your respiratory system, all these systems are working. So you're a beautiful life. And what you create within this life, that's the inquiry. That's your expression. So yes, I love philosophy because I'm a yoga teacher as well. And when I say I love philosophy, I find it everywhere. Just making a line reflects your inner state of being. So for the training, for training your eyes and for training how to draw any task in the beginning, anything that you pursue in the beginning can be intimidating. That's where I want to help you because I have experienced all of that. Do you hear all of that? That's my puppy having fun. Oh, okay. All I'm doing is lines, cleaning up. A little taste of an artist life with a puppy barking at other dogs. Actually communicating. See, philosophy, communicating. He's saying hi to his friends, asking them to come play with him, sharing with them what his humans are up to, doing a live stream. So it's taking place, it's happening, it's official. From all of that abstraction, we are here in the now. Okay, so I was sharing that, I want to help you with all that intimidating. So it's fine to feel that fear of the unknown, because as you put your art out there, excuse me, it's a big deal that you're putting your art out there in front of people. It's a piece of your heart, it's your heart essentially, that your expression, you're expressing yourself. Just like, the fear of public speaking, this can be present, that, oh, I feel this way because I'm not sure what I've done is correct or incorrect, or how it will be perceived, or will people like it or not like it. If people like it, will they like me or not like me? Many, 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 many ideas associated with that. So essentially, when you're training yourself, you're just letting go of all of that association and putting a sincere effort out there. So whichever stage of my artist journey that I was in, I practiced putting myself out there. When I say that, I made a painting in the first year of my art education in the atelier. I put it out in a show. No, I mean, I painted a green colored self-portrait. That was my expression of sharing with the universe, with the world, that I am ready for a creative journey. That's my calling. That's my heart's calling. And the color of the heart chakra, the Anahat chakra, is green. And that's why I painted a green colored self-portrait. What happened with that is it's still there. Like, I'll show you at some point. With that self-portrait, like I did put it out there. And at some point, I'm like, am I making fool of myself? That what would people think about this green colored skin? And so that was like an afterthought after I put myself out there. And then I kept putting myself out there. No matter what I painted, I just went into different shows. Let me continue drawing. Like, I just continued doing different shows, and people receive you, people appreciate you, people appreciate your journey. They are rather supportive of your journey, that they're not judging you, they're supportive. And when I say supportive, because I've experienced it, just like a little child, imagine like a baby painting something, drawing something, not a baby, but children, when they draw something. My niece in India, she has turned 1 year old. Perhaps my creative sister might also be watching this. If you're there, shout out, yay. Yeah, my sister is taking my watercolor online class. Anyway, essentially, I've now started to refine all these angles. I'm in my consciousness stream, and in this live stream, many streams are going all together. For example, the drawing and the inspiration, my inspirational talk about how you can put yourself out there and not worry about it. Like, people are supportive. In my experience, I was supported that, oh yeah, Ashwini, that art is beautiful, just like how you would do it to a little child who's learning something for the first time. And you're supportive, you're more like, that's awesome, keep doing, keep trying. So that's what happened in my art journey, and that's what I want to offer you, a supportive way of doing things, encouraging, where your nervous system is not into fight or flight response. It's at ease, creating a beautiful environment, inner environment, for all of that learning to happen and take place. Okay? Not a frightened environment where you're constantly worried about what you're creating. So start practicing. Give yourself some grace right here and right now, that, oh, I did awesome. Even if you did a one line, just say that you did awesome. I keep encouraging myself. Oh, that's beautiful. And it helps, because it helps you with the creative, feel-good hormones. There's a chemistry happening within. So that's the very first stage. And now I'll keep refining. So I'll spend about next 15 minutes refining it in front of you, and then I'll spend some time offline making it, as close to that top one there. Again, same thing, this nicely rolled out eraser. Practice letting go. Yeah, it's okay. This will now not disappear, but faint. It's a practice. At some point, I would feel some kind of frustration about what just happened in my setup. No idea. So I would feel some kind of frustration that, oh no, this is not working, this is not happening the way I envisioned, and it's okay. There's several paintings that I work and rework, and it's okay. So this is still my pencil. I'm still using pencil. I haven't switched to any other tool. This is a lead holder. Now I've switched to a deeper pencil, so this is just a lead holder. That's still graphite pencil. My little puppy is here outside the studio and he's seeking my attention. The fun little character. He's a husky. Checking and rechecking all the angles, all the choices, all these decisions. See, it makes a triangle. So this is called a negative shape. So this triangle, this here, that's a negative shape. I may have gone, so this here, let's see, is it actually pretty good. No pressure in that. Let's see, let's continue. So I was sharing about moments of frustration. And it's okay. Sometimes, something new emerging out. So you're growing from one stage to the next stage. So I just found another triangle, right? I keep finding triangles now. So something inside may have shifted and you're growing. That's why you feel that frustration, because now you're ready to move on to something new, something different. So that is where you might also experience frustration. So I use this pen eraser. That's the sound of the frustration, if you heard that. That's puppy barking. Because he did not get my attention. So funny. I'm cleaning my lines. Oh my god, it's just super funny. I'm not sure if it's being captured. I'll stop my sound so if he can hear him. No, okay. Yeah, he might make a guest appearance in the live stream. I'm still holding my pencil like that at the back while doing all these smaller angles, capturing these smaller angles. So when frustration occurs, just observe yourself. What is the state that you are in? Get clear, journal. My sister gave me this beautiful practice of journaling. Mira, she also has a YouTube channel. Check it out. You can also see my niece there. 1-year-old. Super creative. And I keep cleaning up these construction lines. So softly, slowly, gradually, very gently. Now I'm darkening these. I noticed that this line is not as straight. It's bowing. Oh my god, funny, hilarious person. I mean, being. Did I miss something here? Pretty good. Pretty good. So, yeah, practice movement, breathing, looking outside the window when you are drawing something, making something. Take a little break. Give yourself lots and lots and lots of grace. No rush. It's like slow cooking. Let it flow, let it flow. No need to rush. So the idea for making something quick, or it's more like uh, so the idea behind quick sketching. It's like you don't get into like a lot of thinking process. It's more like you do it. You start putting something on the paper. That's why it's quick. But at the same time, doing something mindfully, you learn to slow down. And what is slowing down is observing, having moments of awareness, observing yourself. See that angle, it's pretty good. Yeah, my hesitation might show here with the strokes. That's why cleaning up is helpful, so I'm not all confused with different brush strokes that were previously there, and now that I've adjusted them. Simple tools: a paper, a pencil, an eraser, and a clear state of mind. And the clear state of mind is a process. Just like drawing, you add something, you clean something up. With your thoughts also, you add some ideas and then you clean up. This is so fun. Allow yourself to have fun in the process, although just do it, even if it's not correct or wrong or whatever you tell yourself. So, and after a while, what you tell yourself will shift, will make a shift. I guarantee that. I'll be a little low here, rechecking all my angles. Now I'm closing, when I say closing, I'm closing the shapes. In the beginning, they were all flowing like a swift breeze. I'm making them more close enclosed, I would rather say. Okay. Wow, love it. So I will rework this to make it more deep and dark. Like I just use another pencil to make it more to look more like that, more clean. Mm. So as all these construction lines, time to clean them. Extended extension lines. Right now I'm not making it as dark. Yes, I am fully committed to this drawing. Just to take a break. I do take a break. I don't really come back right away after this hour-long live stream and work on it. But yeah, take a break, do something else like breakfast. And then breakfast, because it's actually brunch, because right now it's about 10 a.m. in the morning here in the Pacific Northwest. Okay, the reason behind not right away darken it is sometimes with that adrenaline rush that I've got something awesome, and and now I want to make it, finalize it, and call it done, call it finished. In that attempt, I might lose something as vital as some angles and things like that. So with a clean, fresh perspective, I come back a couple hours with a lighter mood, with a different mood, and then go about this. So let's see, we have 5 minutes. For the live class, I believe this is awesome. Okay. I hope that process was helpful. Let me show this from the front. Ta-da! Oh wow, just imagine. Excitement. Just imagine that when we complete all of these beautiful eyes from this Bargue plate, just imagine such a thrill, such an accomplishment, such a dedication and commitment and devotion to something that matters to you. Yeah, this. And what matters to you is creating, is growing into your skills, is creating an experience inner and outer for yourself, creating that experience of beauty for all other people. We need art. We need creativity. So, okay, close up. Ta-da! Back. I hope you enjoyed that. Please see me live on next Thursday, 9 a.m. PST or 9:30 p.m. IST if you are in India, and you can just check the time where you are. Just join the Discord, post your drawings. There are awesome creatives posting their work. So please post your work and connect, stay in touch, get inspired, inspire others. Draw, draw, draw. Have a pencil in your hand every day. Thank you so much. Take care and see you on next Thursday. Bye.